Prayalapayodi jale dhritvanasi vedam Vihitavahitra charitramakedam Keshavadrita mina sharira Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Kshatriya vipula tavatishtate prishti Dharani dharana kina chakra gurishti Keshavadrita kurma sharira Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Om Vasati dashana shikare dharani tavalagana Shashanil kalankale magana Keshavadrita sukhakara rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Om Tavakara Kamalavare Nakabhuta Sringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubrigam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupam Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Chalayasi Bikrami Balimad Bhuta Baman Paranaka Nirajanita Jana Pavam Keshavadrita Bhaman Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Shitya Rudhirame Jagaragata Papam Snapayasi Payasi Samhita Bhavatapam Keshavadrita Brigapati Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Bitarasi Dukirani Dikapata Kamaneyam Dasamukha Mauli Balimaramaneyam Keshavadrita Ram Sharira Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Nindasiya ke videraha sruti jatam Sadaya hirdaya darshita pashyaghatam Keshavadrita buddha sharira Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Nitya nivaha nidhane kalayasa karavalam Dhumiketumiva kimakaralam Keshavadrita kalki sharira Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Bigalita diva dokha karunamrita ganadeham Sugatita Hindu Samaja Shariram Keshavadrita Pranava Sharira Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Om Namaste and good morning. A nice rainy morning here in Jamaica, Queens, America. It's already past 8 o'clock, but the sun has been blocked by the clouds and the rain clouds, so we wouldn't see the sun today. But it's there. Just like we can recognize that we're consciousness is because it's blocked by the body, mind, intellect, and ego identification. These are the obstacles from seeing the consciousness. This morning I sang the song, and it's speaking about and praising the incarnations of Vishnu Bhagwan. And the second one is talk about Kurma Sharira. And Kurma Sharira is the turtle, and this is the churning of the ocean. When the gods and the asuras, the devil and the gods, were fighting for supremacy of the heaven, and there was a challenge given to them by Vishnu Bhagwan that listen, you churn the ocean, and from when you churn the ocean, you'll get good things and bad things. And so they decide, and they listen to the advice of Vishnu Bhagwan, and Vishnu Bhagwan took the form of a turtle. The first one was the fish, now it's the turtle, and then the pig, and then the man and lion, and then the dwarf, and then the kshatriya, and then we have we go down the line, and Bhagwan Sri Ram, Bhagwan Sri Krishna, the Buddha, Kalki, and then Swami Pranavanandaji. So this bhajan is talking about the 10 and 11 incarnations of Vishnu Bhawan. Now, go back to this churning of the ocean with the turtle there. It's a mythological story, meaning it's a very powerful story that brings out a powerful message. Because in our history, there are 5 sources of knowledge. The Shruti Ganta, which was when the ancient, the original men, they were sitting, the saints, they were sitting and doing the meditation. And then out came that knowledge that was transformed directly. There were no teacher, there was no book, but it came from that consciousness, and it went into the minds of these great saints, and they record it in the Vedas and the Upanishads. So that's the first source of knowledge. Now this knowledge, the second one, it was transferred by the teacher to the disciple, remembered by the teacher, and then transferred to the disciple. We call that Smriti Grantha, what was remembered. And then we come into the Itihas. Itihas is the history of our religion. And there are 2 credible Itihas, or our history. There are Ramayana and the Mahabharata. And from the Mahabharata we have the Bhagavad Gita. And they are credible history because they all speak about spirituality. The fourth thing is from the Puranas, which is allegorical story. They said according to that, it's not actually happened, but the stories were given so that we get a good message. And I'll come back to that. So then the last one is the realized souls. And for us at BHARAT SEVASHRAM, he came out of his free will, manifesting out of consciousness, took birth like an ordinary child at the request and the tapasya of a family. I was talking yesterday. And then he, throughout his life, he would have been God. He was in the human body, but he was Satchidanand, truth, consciousness, and bliss. Omnipotent, all-powerful, omnipresent, all-pervading, existing all over in every atom of creation. And then omniscient. He's in know of the past, present, and future. So we're very blessed. I'm very blessed that he has plucked me out, and that today this knowledge that is coming from me is, as an instrument in the hands of Swami Pranavanandaji, I bring it to you. Now we go back to this Puranas, which is one of the source of our Hindu scriptures. Now when the Bhagwan Vishnu took the form of a turtle, Mandra, the mountain, was put on his back, and then the snake Vaisuki was wrapped around the mountain, and it's like would be a churning equipment. And then one end of the snake, this big, huge cobra snake with very many heads, the asuras was one side, the devils, and the gods were on the other side, and they're churning. And many things came out. But one of the most dangerous things that came out is the poison, because that came out as fume and it came to the surface of the water. And then they were looking that if nothing is done with it, there will be total destruction, because this poison is so potent. And then Lord Shiva saw it and took it and put it in his mouth, but he kept it on his throat. He didn't swallow it. That's why I call him Nilkanta. Let us do adorations to that great God. Om Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya, Vishveshwarai Shiva Vishveshwarai, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya, Gangadharai Shiva Gangadharai, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya. Let us bring in Swami Pranavanandaji, because he's the source of my knowledge that is coming to you so freely. Om Dhyana Moolam Guru Murti, Puja Moolam Guru Param, Mantra Moolam Guru Vakyam, Moksha Moolam Guru Kripa, Moksha Moolam Guru Kripam. Adorations to Swami Parameshananda. I meditate on you, Guruji. I read what you have written, what you have passed on, and through direct transmission or through the Sangha Gita. And I do worship your Paduka to show humility and to recognize you and to realize that you are that manifestation. You are the Anadi Deva, and you are the one to give me moksha, liberation. Om Guru Kripadi Kevala. Well, we go back and we talk about Lord Shiva swallowing taking the poison, keep it in his throat. But many other things came out. Kamdenu, this is the cow, the wishing cow, and Kalpavriksha, the tree that Lord Indra, the head of the gods and the goddesses in the heavens, he has that tree in his yard in the heavens. And then he got an elephant and he got a very beautiful horse. But there was Dhanvantri that came out there. And this is the god that, this is the doctor, the physician that takes care of the gods and goddesses in the heaven. So he came out too. But, and then also we have Amrit came out. And this Amrit came in a goblet. And then it was snatched by the devas, and they flew off, followed by the asuras, because in those times they could fly, because those are the times they were highly evolved souls. That, the power of the mind can do anything and make them fly. And this nectar was taken, and there were 4 resting places, and Allahabad, Ujjain, Nasik, and Haridwar. And drops of that nectar was placed in the waters in these 4 places. And what they have become, the places of Kumbh Mela, Purna Kumbh Mela, Ardha Kumbh Mela. Every 12 years and every 6 years, where millions of people will gather and in congregation, not only Hindus, but all people from all over the world come. It's the biggest religious gathering on earth. But there was this last thing that I say purposely, Mother Lakshmi came out. And with Diwali coming, this is the origin of Mother Lakshmi. She was one of the gem and jewels. So really she comes and she has the power of bestowing riches to everyone. And that's why we worship her. But also we worship her because she is the one to give us moksha. And we shouldn't get caught up with just wanting. That, oh Mother, give me, take away, give me money, give me property and all of this thing, and give me happiness. And we shouldn't be worshiping Mother just on the day of Diwali or this time, but she should be all the time worshipped. Every time we pray to any god, this should be, because we want to be spiritual. We want to transcend this mundane life, this created life, this illusionary life, this magical creation of God as consciousness, as Krishna Bhagavan would have said it in Bhagavad Gita, that we want to transcend it. And he is helping us. All the gods, that's why they came. Pranavananda Swami came, just to lift man to the state of consciousness. Krishna Bhagavan came to lift us to the state of consciousness. We shouldn't get caught up in the details, but the purpose of all these incarnations, including Mother Lakshmi, is to lift us up, because there's a churning. Now there's a churning that is going in all of us, individually and collectively. Me, there's churning going on you. The churning, what is the churning is all about? We want to purge ourselves of all the poison that's in us. Bad thoughts, bad words, bad actions, bad habits coming from the Rajasic Guna. This that is causing desires in us, and all unfulfilled desire, anger and hatred and jealousy. That these are things that are happening. Now, so when we do our Diwali puja, to think of Mother Lakshmi, we want to think that oh Mother, take away all this. And we have to purge ourselves. This morning I came, and I usually get up at 3:30, and I do the yoga asanas. Coming from the tamasic state of laziness when you get up, to the rajasic when the body is fully active in the asanas, and the mind is controlling it, and the mind is not running hither and thither. And when you got these under control, you transcend the tamasic and the rajasic nature, you go to the sattvic. That's when you lie on your back, when all the relaxation is done, and then you lie on your back. And then what you do, you exit the top of the head through energy, and you go into earth atmosphere, and you exist there because there's no body, and you exist there, and then you move into space from all points of Mother Earth, and you go into space, and you exist all over space, because you're all powerful, you're all pervading, and you're all knowing. And then you realize you came to that state of being, that you're consciousness, and that consciousness is so much powerful. It's the material cause and efficient cause of this manifested universe. Efficient cause, look at it, think of our body, how it's so beautifully made, all the systems are working. And then all of that came, the material cause, the 5 elements came from that consciousness. Devotees, this churning that is going, not individual but collective in a family, because when we interact with each other, we bring out the poison. And one of the biggest poisons in today's life is alcoholism. And I've seen it, it's so much prevalent in the time of COVID, that this is one we have to purge ourselves of us. Lust and greed and anger, the triple gateway to hell. We have to purge ourselves of that. And when we do that, we'll be left with that consciousness. We will traverse and destroy our abhiman, ego, and we will transcend beyond the body, mind, intellect. Now here in America, there's a purging going on too. That President Trump came, and he's an instrument in the hands of the Lord. A businessman wanting to rule, getting the opportunity of heading the free world. And then he did many things. But because he is not a politician, he would have said things that will not got him reelected. And, but there are events that are there when that George Floyd, and also that policeman who ended his life. That's all the leela of the God, because that's what sparked the shift from this ancient America, to now to a more socialistic country. And we're shifting, the shift has been made, and now let us see how the country. But this is all the doings of the world. And also God is, this COVID is there. This is the churning of the whole world, all the countries of the world. And when it's all said and done, we would have made adjustment to come to and to go within ourselves. This is the beauty of controversies. That this is a major controversy in our life, but we have to look at it as something that is beneficial. And if we think like that, then what will happen? Then we'll be laughing and we enjoying it, and be looking from the outside to see the leela of the Lord. So today, this is so important that you don't think of Diwali in the traditional cultural way. Go beyond it. That purge yourself of all the sin. You have all the powers, all the riches that you want. It's at your beck and call. But you have to have a mind that's open to everything and attached to nothing. Avoid thoughts that weaken you. Purge yourself of all those thoughts. And then what would happen? You will break the bonds of your mind, your thoughts. Your mind will be transcending limitations, and your consciousness will expand in every direction. And then you will find yourself in new, great and wonderful world. Talents, faculties will come alive in you, and you find out that you're a far better person than ever you have thought yourself to be. You would have realized that the murti that you are worshipping in the mandir, which is inanimate, the better murti is you, which is alive and has everything. It has God in it, in the form of the manifestation of the 5 elements, and you have God as consciousness, that all powerful. It has no birth, so it cannot be destroyed. It's everlasting, it's ever pure, and it's truth, consciousness and bliss. This morning, I want to tell you that it's beautiful to have you here. But explore all your possibilities. This is the sin that we are incurring. Swami Parameshananda would have said, What are real sins? Weakness, fear, cowardice, meanness, and selfishness. During this time of Diwali, let us be like Mother Lakshmi. Let's be giving, giving of ourselves, or giving of our time, giving of our money, giving of our purity to the world. Purge yourself of all sins. This is my humble request, and move yourself up. You are gods, we are all gods and goddesses. Come to that conclusion, that realization. I bring you the blessings of Swami Parameshananda and all the gods and Mother Lakshmi. Tomorrow morning we'll do something again. And the videos that I'm doing like yesterday were so relevant. Go back and look at them sometime. Listen to them again, and then you'll get the true meaning. One time listening to them is not enough. So again, blessings, blessings, and hope you have a very beautiful day. Hari Om, Shanti, Shanti, Hari Om.